This week, Newsweek called Barack Obama the first gay president. But as one historian points out, the first gay president was James Buchanan. More than a century ago, Bill, that's 100 years.
No, it's not.
Writes the Salon.com contributor, quote, there could be no doubt that James Buchanan was gay before, during, and after his 4 years in the White House. Moreover, the Nature knew it too. He was not far into the closet. Today, I know no historian who has studied the matter and thinks Buchanan was a heterosexual. Well, I could say the same thing about historians. Anthony, what do you make of this? Newsweek really dropped the ball on this.
I don't know. I think it's hard to tell after so many years have gone by. I'm sure at the time, though, they just portrayed it like, well, here's a lucky young bachelor. Always a perpetual bachelor, isn't he? Well, ladies, look at him. He sure is up for the catch. They never quite put forth that gay thing back then. They always made it like...
But you know that back then, like I've said this before, that back then, everything smelled like poo, except for him. He probably smelled great. He was way ahead, and you know what the property values wherever he was living was always like 40% higher.
Yeah. Immediately, brunch place would open up right by the White House.
Here's President Buchanan. It was gardening again.
He's quite a dandy.
It was ye old Eggs Benedict.
Here he is, one of the most well-dressed presidents.
Joe, do you buy this story?
I didn't until I read the whole thing, and then I said, okay, I believe it. This is outrageous.
Is it fair though? Is it fair because like you 100 years from now they could say Joe Escalante was gay?
Yeah, you could probably do it in about 2 weeks. But then they said Lincoln was gay, and then when I got to the bottom of that, it turns like he was just like lying down next to someone when there was only one bed around. And
that's the other thing. That's what men did. They shared beds.
Yes.
Anna, what do you make of this? You're a historian.
Absolutely.
Lucky bachelors in sharing beds.
I mean, does it really matter? Like, to me, why are we even talking about it?
This is important.
I mean, it just perpetuates this whole conversation, which really we don't even need to be talking about a president's sexuality or their religion or their race or anything else. What's their proven track record? And that's what we should vote on. That's what we should care about.
Should I even bother going to you at this point?
Not only was he gay, he actually created the idea of Manifest Destiny only so he could create San Francisco. A lot of people don't know that.
I had no idea.
Yes.
I don't even know what that means.
He wanted the Castro there before it existed.
I actually now I know. The funny thing is now I actually know something about James Buchanan because I knew nothing about him at all. I didn't even know he was a president. But now I find him to be quite interesting, and I will look him up when I get home.
Welcome back, Cotter High School, Buchanan High.
Oh,
Buchanan High.
Was that Buchanan High?
I believe so.
Oh, and John Travolta was in that.
Yes, and he's gay.
There's the tie-in right there.
Wow. All right, coming up, an interview with Joe Escalante. He's campaigning to be judge on the Los Angeles Superior Court. We're going to talk about it, I guess.